Okay, basically you guys want the stream turned up a bit more. Alright. And Durka as well. Alright, there we go. That should fix everything. Right, we are into game 2 now. It's going to be Lone Wolves versus Core Miss Maybe. Oh, God. I've not seen either of these teams myself, so I'm not sure on what strategies they actually use. But it will be an interesting game nonetheless. Hopefully it's not as long as the last one. Because that was the first game and that's I've already been taking it out of me. Jesus. I've had no time to update anything.
Not that it wasn't interesting, it was just very long and not what we expected.
It was a very interesting game for sure. Oh God, has my Dota just crashed? Oh.
No, mine really lagged pretty hard there.
Oh right, we're in all pickers. Draft already been done.
Yes.
Wow, okay, this is interesting. So I'm going to quickly run through Call Miss Maybe side. I've got to remember that team name. So we're going to have Aston L playing on the Phantom Lancer, going to be on the hard carry. Is this an off-lane Omni Knight coming out from King Dave? He's certainly heading up to the top lane. But Aston L is going to be supported by Magic Lols on Venomancer and Initiative on the Keeper of the Light. And finally we're going to be seeing the solo mid Queen of Plane played by Neros, I believe.
And over on the dire side, we've got Coffee playing that Lifestealer, once again getting picked up. A very popular hero. Undying, not being banned out. Green 1993 playing that. 516 on the Batrider. Mirana, played by Nirvana. And then on the Crystal Maiden, Bimbidi Basai.
Bimbidi Basa, love that name. I'm quite interested to see this Mirana. We've not seen it for a very long time in competitive play, but the change that went for Moonlight Shadow is now it's only a 75 mana cost and it's now a 15-second duration, which means that this ultimate is so big in team fights. You can basically use it to initiate without purchasing smoke. My mouse is playing up again. And you can he can get away really easy in the fights as well, as long as there's no detection there. But are they going to be running aggressive tri-lane versus aggressive tri-lane? Huh.
Well, that Undying really is conducive to aggressive trial lanes. Really annoying to play up against that. The Phantom Lancer, Venomancer, and Keeper of the Light should be able to hold it off, though, with the amount of nuking power and slows they've got. It shouldn't be too difficult to play up against that. But we'll see what goes on. Batrider, where are you going? It looks like a solo mid build there with the tangos and 3 branches. I don't know if he'll be rushing towards the bottle. It's not very common we see that. And the ward goes out there, blocking that poor spot. Mirana, where are you headed? Are you going to go back up to the safe lane? He does have a TP scroll, so I do assume that TP will come out very shortly, if they don't want to look for a first blood down here.
What are Low doing right now? They have 3 heroes down. They have 4 heroes down here, and they have pretty much everybody behind Core's tower. And this is interesting. Are they running a quad lane? Wow, okay, I think this is a ganking, a roaming Mirana, and there goes the Sacred Arrow, but it's not going to hit on anybody. And how effective is this going to be? They're basically leaving that top lane unattended versus the Omni Knights.
There goes the TP.
I
was expecting that a lot sooner when they realised that the Radiant Slide were hugging their tier 1 tower, that the kill wasn't going to come. Tried with an arrow anyway, TP'd back up there, but the Omni Knight shouldn't have such a difficult time up here with that Stout Shield blocking a lot of that damage from Mirana, who does have low base damage for a ranged agility hero.
Yeah,
not so good with the last hits.
But that was, it's quite an interesting strat coming out from low. Let's try it. We start Mirana with a TP scroll. Oh, look at that burst. This is the PL Coddle coming out. But yeah, to start with a TP scroll on Mirana, if they get 1 Sacred Arrow, it's chance, really. They get 1 Sacred Arrow off, and there's first blood. Mirana leaves, goes back to top, and starts farming. If it doesn't work, then they've lost a bit of gold just from the TP scroll, and as well, Mirana's losing that mana. But it's not the biggest of deals. But this is such a lot of bursts that can come out from Core's team here. We have the Spirit Lance coming in from Phantom Lancer, we have the Illuminate from Cardor, as well as the Gale coming in from Venomancer. And it's very easy. Pretty much the entire game is going to be looked at bottom lane. There goes the Gale coming out as well. It hits on 2 heroes. The Illuminate's going to go, but it's not going to be charged for very long, so it doesn't do that much damage. And Core will have to back off it, then they're expending most of their mana.
Yeah, and mid here we see that Batrider trying to get as many stacks up on the Queen of Pain as he can. But with that magic stick already being purchased, 10 charges already, really no trouble for that Queen of Pain on top of the blink to get away from that Batrider. One of the few heroes actually that can go up against a 1v1 Batrider. With that blink able to get away from Firefly and the Napalm, simply because that turn rate and slow is absolutely ridiculous. Regen bottled up by the Batrider, heading down towards bottom lane at level 4. Very, very early movement here.
Just going to turn Dota up a bit more. It's very quiet. It's so hard to balance Skype as well as Dota. And yeah, we do see Batrider down here. Regen rune, but there's not a lot he can do in there. He's just giving Queen of Pain a lot of time to get a little bit more last hits, because obviously it's quite hard for it to last hit versus Batrider. Get those assets up, get those XP up, and it's going to leave Batrider slightly behind.
The Batrider coming down looking for some kind of initiation there, but I don't know what he was planning on doing.
Only with a regen rune. If he had an invis or something, he would probably make something happen. But he really needs to wait till level 6, get a haste rune, get an invis rune, get a pick off really easy.
Well, here's the CS battle I was talking about at the top. 12 for 9 for the Omni Knight, equaling the lifestealer's amount of blast hits. He really is not having any problem whatsoever going up against this solo Mirana, who is 2 for 0.
And of course, when he gets that Soul Ring, he'll have full domination of this lane. And it would surprise me if we see this Omni Knight with the most last hits on the map come 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, especially with these aggressive tri-lanes, they're sort of a little bit scared of each other. The slow from the Venomancer worrying the Lifestealer and Maiden. The Undying Tombstone obviously going to be the key to whatever happens down here for the Dire side. And that Keeper of the Light Illuminate, not going to be too friendly either. What do we see here? Get boots for the Batrider. That's going to give his rune control a little bit more punch, and the Queen of Pain has a bottle of her own. Using that level 2 Scream, opting for no levels in Shadow Strike, surprisingly. Yeah,
it's pretty reasonable that she's done that though, because she knows she's not going to get a kill on the Batrider. It's so hard for Queen of Pain to kill a Batrider early game. That 1 point in Shadow Strike would really be wasted, because there is pretty much no chance that she can go on Batrider. And that's what it's used for. The one Shadow Strike gets the slow, gets that little bit of damage stick, which might just about be enough, and then she just blinks him with the Scream. But Neos actually has a double damage rune now. And there goes the regen rune for Batrider as well, so Queen of Pain is just going to return mid. Doesn't have the boost yet, so she's pretty slow with the rotation.
Mirana managed to find 2 more last hits. It really isn't looking good for her. Tranquil Boots actually picked up by the Omni rather than that early Soul Ring, which a little bit surprising, but Tranquil Boots obviously a very, very good item for lane stability.
We see the burst coming in on bottom lane. Crystal Maiden's going to be taken down fairly low, 200 health. The Illuminate as well as the Spirit Lance, but there was no Gale to back it up.
The problem here comes that the Maiden is getting nuked down HP-wise, but not getting any spells off of her own, so the Initiation and Harass is going one way but not the other. Undying and managing to get some decays off. It's not really harassing that much though, it's just a little bit annoying.
I'm very surprised we don't see a Soul Ring coming out from PL. I know he has a Coddle with him, but Coddle's going to have to use his Chakra Magic on himself as well as Venomancer if they really want to keep this harass going. And if they had a Soul Ring coming out on Phantom Lancer from Aston as well, then it would be very effective for them, and the nuking power would be pretty much constant. And actually, we see the Rage as well as the Open Roots coming out on SNL. Tombstone goes then as well. This could be the first blood. The Illuminate goes through all of them, and Green 1993 does take the first blood. And in fact, Magix is looking for a follow-up, but the zombies are there and they're ripping through him. Coffee is getting taken pretty low himself, but now Green's just looking for more collateral, but he just can't find it.
Yeah, there's a nice preemptive sentry ward there, placed right on top of the area they initiated on that PL. They knew where the creep wave was going to come up to. Frostbite, Frost Note, Crystal Nova, sentry ward, no chance of a double walk. Finished off by those zombies from the Tombstone and Lifestealer right clicking through. The only reason they didn't pick up any kills afterwards was that Veno Gale. No way for them to chase down.
This is a debate I've been having for a while, but what do you think of early Vlads on Phantom Lancer?
You don't get the armor buffs on the illusion. Well, what for? Because it can be quite useful if you're going to the jungle. So if you've got like an off-lane Phantom Lancer who's going up against a dual lane, and you want to go head into the enemy jungle after a little bit of sort of lane control, after getting some experience on the lane, getting your doppel walk up, it can be quite good. But if you're going to go for a carry PL, there are a lot more options which are more viable. And plus, Vlad's is an item which you usually see supports go for because of the incremental items which you can buy bit by bit, small items, Ring of Regen, Ring of Basilius. It's a lot easier for your supports to pick them up. But, you know, it's not too bad on PL, but there are items which are more optimal, I'd say.
I'm glad somebody finally agrees with me.
What have you, the people read?
A lot of people I know say, yeah, it's good on PL. But I really don't see it, but I'm going to have to hold on for a second. Coffee gets burst. The Illuminate does actually hit him. Gale as well, but I don't think they're going to be able to pick him off. And in fact, the Tombstone is down, and Magix is a bit overextended right now. Doesn't have boots, and he's going to get slowed a lot. But again, Danax just doesn't have the life to come onto this and to come into the fight. And this is exactly why the Coddle is so strong with the PL. The burst coming out from Illuminate as well, Spirit Lance, it just melts somebody's HP. Unless Nace can get the rage off in time, then he's going to get melted in these fights, and he's going to make sure that they can't win exchanges. And again, we see a Phantom Lancer just nuking down the CM. Gal as well hitting. The pings are going out on green, and the Illuminate's not going to hit him. Coffee taken very low. Another Spirit Lance coming out on the Crystal Maiden, and this will be the death. Last right click comes out for initiative there. Coffee having to salve up, and Green, he has no mana whatsoever anymore, and he's got no regen left as well.
He should just TP back to base. He does have that TP scroll. I don't see why he's not doing it right now. He wants to give this lifesteal a little bit of support while the Maiden's not there, I suppose. Nevertheless, his lifestealer using open wounds on a creep.
Got to get the bonus life.
Yeah, if that was intended, okay, fair enough. You need that bonus HP. You want to try and regen some back up, but I'm pretty sure he wanted to cast that on the Phantom Lancer. No levels in double walk, actually.
Have a quick look at the CS right now.
Yep, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Really, really close between this Omni Knight, Phantom Lancer, Lifestealer on 22-7.
Yeah, King Davy's playing this Omni Knight so well, it seems. I'm not really keeping my eye on top that much because I very much doubt there's going to be kills coming out. But Nirvana does have his this is going to so confuse me. Nirvana on Mirana does have Moonlight Shadow available, so if things get a bit hairy on that bottom lane, they could use that. I don't believe there's any sentries, are there? Actually, yes, Venomancer is walking around with sentry wards, so it won't be too beneficial, but at least she's got the levels. She has Moonlight Shadow available if her team calls for it. But how effective is this Mirana pick actually going to be? With the level of farm she's currently getting, she's got just a Wraith Band and boots, and the Omni Knight's getting the support items he really needs.
This is the weird thing. If they put her on the hard lane, she'd be getting the same amount of farm, but she'd be getting experience. And if they put the Lifestealer on the easy lane, he'd be getting even more farm than his Phantom Lancer would be getting, and shutting down Omni Knight at the same time. So I don't know why they haven't swapped the lanes around. Maybe they think that they're actually getting ahead here on this bottom lane with the first blood they got on that Phantom Lancer, but the amount of CS he's getting is ridiculous. They're able to hold this lane where they want it to. The Venomancer and Keeper of the Light giving that support that really is needed to get those last hits in. Lifestealer, look at him, sitting at that tier 1 tower. He is scared. He doesn't want to go near that creep wave because the Maiden can't really do anything. If she gets hit by a gale, she's probably going to die.
And if he wants his Midas, he's still quite a way off it as well. Middle lane is going pretty much as expected. Batroid is just about leading the CS. We do actually see Queen of Pain on 25, but I believe she's been farming his small camp for a while now, so the last hits really don't reflect the amount of gold she has. Meanwhile, Batrider, he does have pretty much full control of this lane, and 10-minute rune, it's going to be an illusion bottom, so we're still not seeing any effective ganking coming in from either of these mid-heroes. And it's fairly surprising because they're both level 8, and they really have the levels to make the ganks effective right now. But then again, Batrider's gone 4 in sticky napalm, so the load of slow is going to be effective. He's really not going to be outputting that much damage, but he only needs the flaming lasso to really do something. But on bottom lane, we see more lances going out on the Crystal Maiden, and again, there's no regen in this lane. There's magic wand coming out for Coffee, and there's a magic stick on Undyne, but CM's got nothing.
Yeah, look how easily she gets harassed down. Again, not casting any spells, but still, her HP dropping relatively quickly. Keeper of the Light, I'm not sure why. Oh, that's why. They haven't brought any sentries to deward that block.
Green is very overextended right now. He pops the tombstone, he heals himself back up, but he's getting busted down. And meanwhile, Coffee's in the back of play. He's going on Magic. The Undyne will go down, but Magic he's going to fall as well. Batrider's rotated here. He's got Lasso available. He wants to go on Astanel. They actually ping on the wrong one. He doesn't use Lasso though. He's going to use it on the Coddle, drag him back into the Firefly. And in fact, Omni Knight's even rotated down here. King Dave is going to get the heal off on Coddle, as well as giving the Magic immunity. But King Dave is running into the middle of everybody here. Uses Guardian Angel, and the burst, the Illuminate goes out on the Crystal Maiden. And now Coffee is using Rage again. He's going out on the Coddle, but once again, the heal's coming out from King Dave. He's level 9. He has 4 levels in the heal, and that will be the death of the Lifestealer. And the Mirana ulti was used in the fight as well. Spirit Lance gets the last hit on him. And that's a good exchange coming out from Cole. And the gold and XP graphs, they were already ahead, and now it's nearly 3,000 gold and just over 2,000 experience.
Yeah, that's just compounding it for this low side. Core miss maybe, they're coming down. Omni Knight, like you said, level 9, level 4 in that heal, level 4 in the repel, Guardian Angel as well. Soul Ring, Tranquil Boots, sustaining that fight, keeping the Keeper of the Light alive, keeping the Phantom Lancer alive, using that heal, doing massive amounts of damage onto that Lifestealer and Undying, who wanted to try and pick up a kill.
Aston in the bottom lane. He does use the doppel walk, but the rage is there. Sorry, the open wounds was there as well as the decays, but they're just not able to finish him off. And then they're changing focus to initiative, but the Spirit Lance is just going to keep slowing Green down. And what's he able to do? In Aston, he picks up a hand of Midas. So we're going to see a very heavy farm in PL. I'm not sure if he wants to get Vlad's and then go towards a Radiance, but by getting this hand of Midas, it could possibly be that build. But I would be very surprised if he goes for Radiance. He's already 13 minutes in and he hasn't started it yet.
And Mirana picks up a bottle now, 12 minutes in. Bottle, boots, Wraithband, 2 TP scrolls. When you said you may be a roaming Mirana, I was hoping for that as well. Going around with the arrow, trying to pick up kills here and there, but with the Queen of Pain at mid, it is quite difficult to pick up a kill there with that blink ability and the rune control she has got. Omni Knight, what are you going to build towards now? Soul Ring, Tranquils, is he going to go for a mech? Is he going to go towards Arcanes or Pipe, or will he go for something more let's say, demon-esque from EG, where he'll go for a Blink Dagger or Force Staff, because there was a recent change with Force Staff, where you can now double-click it and cast it on yourself when you are magic immune.
Daedalus, calling it now.
Yep.
King Dave with the Daedalus Omni Knight.
Makes sense.
But the Mirana really could roam right now. If she actually manages to get a full arrow off with a 5-second stun on Queen of Pain, that gives enough time for Batroid to do enough damage. He's got level 3 up in the Firefly, and he does have level 1 Flame in the Lasso as well. So that is a very easy kill. 5-second stun on Queen of Pain, and there's nothing she'll be able to do. As long as the Batroid rate's still just near the end of the stun to use Lasso, they'll have enough disable to bring her down.
Or even TP down to bot lane to react to these engagements going on down here, because they're skirmishing constantly. Aggressive tri-lane against defensive tri-lane. But the thing is, this Phantom Manta is getting his farm, he has Midas, Lifestealer has relatively nothing in comparison. The Keeper of the Light, Venomancer are pretty lean on their items as well, but if the Mirana came in with a 5-second stun with that Starstorm, they could probably pick off these two squishy supports with the Lifestealer slow. Lifestealer getting initiated on here. See, that's how difficult it is for him to sustain this lane. Maiden
Illuminate as well. It's going to fly.
Oh, that's so painful. Maiden loses half of her hit points. They can't do anything. They have to change these lanes around at some point.
They have to. The thing is that they're lower running the aggressive tri-lane, and they are losing to the defensive one so much. It's ridiculous at farm difference right now. We've got 75 last hits coming up on Aston. Whereas how much has Coffee got right now? Only 37, so 50% of the last hits. And Coffee actually gets hit by the Gale. Tombstone goes down again by Green, and we actually see Lifestealer in the backup play on top of Crystal Maiden, and that will be a kill on Undying. But look how low Bimbadassi is on Crystal Maiden. He's not going to go down though, and 516 uses the lasso and an illusion. The Strength Ward had wore off, and Coffee is getting taken so low now. Pops the rage, but Asta now, he's taking a lot of damage, and Magic comes in, and Omni Knight comes in with the heal as well. Venomancer did actually get the ultimate off, and this could be a lot going down now. That's a really late ulti coming down from Mirana, and 516 is not going to tip from the Venomancer ulti. There's no Gale on top of him, and Crystal Maiden manages to get out as well. But that ulti is going to wear off quite soon, and Dave... yeah, easy pick off for the Queen of Pain. And once again, this aggressive tri-lane, it just hasn't worked out at all for low. Yes, the Tombstone has been very effective. It's so effective in this right now. But they just can't seem to get the kills they need. They're picking off one hero, but they're losing 2 or 3 every time.
Well, again, Omni Knight comes in from that off lane. Where's Mirana? She was there at the secret shop just now, so it looked like she wanted to come and help.
Arrow? Oh, close on Nalos on mid.
But she's not turning up to these fights on time. I don't know if they're not calling for the fights, if they want this Mirana to try and farm. 32 for 3, really, really not adequate.
Honestly, Mirana right now is food.
Look at that.
Only 850 hit points, only 77 damage. She's not going to contribute anything but an arrow. Arrow and a Starfall, and she dies. That's all she needs to do. But I don't think it's going to be enough. And Magic is just sitting there. He could have easily galled her there. And that could have been a lot of damage coming out. But 516 is here. He's got Lasso back in 6 seconds. Arrow's going to fly. Not going to hit on anybody. It's a bit too far forward to hit on Magic and a bit too far back to hit on Nelos.
Look where Lifestealer's gone now. Into the enemy jungle trying to get any gold he can. Are they going to rotate back through, try and pick off this Keeper of the Light Maiden? Bye-bye. No standing power whatsoever. Phantom Lance into Illuminate, and she is down.
I've played this COD up here on my lane myself, and it's ridiculous.
It's a really old strat. I mean, it was played in Dota 1 about 2 years ago or something, when Alchemist was a big pick. Get that Radiance up as quickly as you could, and PL was there as well. Get that Vanguard into Radiance and just go and take these team fights. Push out, push and fight. With that Radiance, with the Illuminate, with the spam of mana on that Phantom Lance. Pretty much no one could stand on lane against it.
Yeah, and he did not for Vlads in the end. The Bassi was actually quite clever, and I didn't think of this. It's just for the mana regen. He's given extra armor and mana regen to Venomancer, Kodor, as well as himself, and that's what they need for the burst. Again, although they have Chakra Magic, the mana regen is so big, and with a Lifestealer smacking on you, you really want that extra armor too. So it's a very smart pick up for Arsenal, and I'm glad he didn't go for a Vlads because I would have probably slapped him.
Yeah, zombies as well, actually. That's a good point. Armor for that mid lane. Batrider gets initiated on Omni. Are you going to actually be able to go in here? No, they repel the Queen of Pain and back off that tier 1 tower, causing too many problems for them. But yeah, definitely. That extra armor against those zombies from the Tombstone is definitely worth it.
Another rotation is here. They've brought the tri-lane to top, but honestly, Bimbadassi and Green, you need to go elsewhere. Lifestealer can be quite happy just farming freely on his own right now. If those two start roaming around, possibly trying to find the Queen of Pain, try and find the Phantom Lancer who's now sitting in the jungle, or even the Venomancer, because Venomancer's now middle lane, and he's going to start roaming himself. If they bring the 2 supports here for low down to the middle lane, and they could do a lot, especially with Flaming Lasso available. Now level 2 up on that Batrider.
Well, they're just going to start stacking and pulling, something they should have done about 12 minutes ago. Rotate these lanes around. get this lifestealer on the easy lane, get some farm on him. He's working towards that armlet. Not far off it now, but seriously, compared to that Phantom Lancer, compared to that Omni Knight, Omni at the secret shop, yep, I think he's going to go 4-star.
And have you seen PL's gold right now?
How
In
much
fact,
gold
instead
is
of
he?
Relic. Oh wait, what's he buying? Oh, he's bought a straight diffusal. I was about to say I'm wrong. He had 3,400 gold. And I was expecting him to save it for the Relic, but no, diffusal's coming out for him. So now they're in a lot of trouble. I mean, the supports are still only level 5, I believe, on CM. Yep, CM and Undying both level 5. This diffusal on, what level is he now? Level 10 PL. He's going to hurt like hell.
Omni Knight has confused me. He just disassembled his Tranquils and bought Arcane Boots, fair enough. But he sold the Ring of Regen. I really did think he'd go for that 4-star now that it has been changed. He can use it while he's repelled. But maybe he's going to be focusing on using that repel on someone else, and the Staff of Wizardry will be towards a Yules or something. Or will we see a Dagon on come on.
We
Come
might
on.
see the pipe come out on him. Coddle's nearly got the mech finished himself, so I was thinking that, but obviously not with Coddle there. Sacred Arrow, it's actually going to hit as well as the Lasau going out on Queen of Pain. We will get a Magic Immunity coming out, and there's the Guardian Angel as well, but the Tombstone is going down my green. The Coddle wave goes through all of them. Mirana nearly gets taken down, and there goes the Undying at the back of play. And now Nexus come in. He's got the open wounds up on the Omni Knight, but there's just not enough damage coming out. Omni Knight pops the Soul in to get the heal off. And now, Bat Rider, where is he actually? He's been taken quite low. He's actually at the secret shop. And there's a diffusal up on Coffee, and I will beat his death. King Dave gets a double kill. Omni Knight with the damage.
That Rider has to be really careful here. There's a lot of DPS on this, so he blinks out just in time. That's a really...
But the arrow actually hit on Nelios, and Nirvana is just right-clicking him. Oh, the stick charges, and that's going to be the death of Nirvana. Getting a little bit too greedy on that Mirana, and this should be a tier 2 terror as well as a tier 1. Massive fight going away for the call. And if you look at the goal graph now, it's 10,000 in the way of call. And nearly 10,000 XP too.
And a lot of that is because the supports have got a lot of gold themselves. I mean, 1,200 gold on that Venomancer on top of Ring of Aquila and boots. The Maiden has nothing, not even brown boots. A couple of branches and some regen items. That is really sad. Really,
280
sad.
movement speed, 600 health. Poor CM.
I mean, saving grace here, dagger on that Bat Rider. Maybe they'll be able to pull something out. Lifestealer, has he got his armlet? Nope. Is it on the courier? Nope. That's really unfortunate.
No my deceiver, so we can't even try and catch up anytime soon. He's just got to farm, and he's not going to find a space anymore. This is exactly what we saw last game. He's just not going to find a space to farm, though, because he doesn't have that Midas. He's probably not going to catch up.
Yeah, and with the amount of ability spam here, the Omni Knight heal, the PL Lance and Illusions, the Veno wards, the Queen of Pain Scream, the Illuminate, they've got a lot of pushing power. They'll be able to take down creep waves, push into these tier 2, possibly even go for top tier 2. I mean, I don't think they'll head into tier 3 with that Tombstone available. Undying wanted to go in there. He wanted to pop that Tombstone and try and start something.
If Nirvana had hit that arrow, they would have got in. And they would have lost the fight most likely. Oh, Diffuser coming out on green. Tombstone's there. Massive Sonic Wave coming out from Queen of Pain. That's a very fast step for Undying. He pops the ulti at the last second, but it's not going to matter. Coffee's coming in. He is right-clicking Neos in, but he's going to be able to blink himself out of play. 516 is also very low. Second arrow is going to hit on nobody on Nirvana. In fact, 516 actually using Flaming Lasso on Queen of Pain in the back of play, and he will find a follow-up pickup. Nirvana actually getting so low. Lifestealer is getting flown up. Yules on Omni Knight right now. And Asinel, he picks up another kill in the back of play. In fact, where is he? He's in the tier 3 terror picking people up. And that's going to be the death of Venomancer. Coffee, he's attempting to clean up right now. But here comes Asin again. He's got that diffusal. He's low on health, but it's not going to make a difference. Coffee's going to try and TP out. Heal comes out from Omni Knight. That's so much damage. Initiative with the last right click there. And now 516, he just uses his magic stick and he has his... And there's the GG called. So a very effective play coming out from Cole. The defensive tri-lane working so well in their favour. It ends up being 14,000 gold advantage, 10,000 XP advantage, and we have a 20-minute GG called out from low.
Omni Knight offlane against that Mirana. Completely dominating everything. Coming into each of these fights at exactly the right time. Pushing that bottom lane just over the edge. Getting those kills on Maiden.
Before you exit the game, have a quick look at the net worth. And that will tell the entire story. Not even 1,000 on anybody from low, when nearly 7,000 on Queen of Pain and Omni Knight. There is pretty much no doubt that this game is over. But well played by Cormus, maybe. And stay tuned once again, guys. We will bring you. What game's coming next? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I don't know where the admins are running around doing their admin things. So, Matt, do you have any idea what game comes up next? He doesn't know either.
No
so
clue.
We'll be back with you shortly.
Yep, stay tuned, guys. We'll see you soon.